This festival is very important in Italy. It happens every year on the last Sunday of August, and it's all about honoring the Holy Mary of the Holy Letter. The highlight is a massive chariot that parades through the city streets, symbolizing the Virgin Mary's ascent to heaven. This huge chariot looks like a giant cone covered in white and silver, resembling the clouds and the sky. At the very top, there's a little girl who symbolizes Jesus' mother.
John 3:13. And no man hath ascended up to heaven, but he that came down from heaven, even the Son of Man, which is in heaven. Take note how blasphemous that was. I mean, very symbolic in many, many more ways than you think. Why would they use a pine cone? Many reliefs excavated at Masoretic sites depicted gods or super beings holding a bucket in one hand and a pine cone in the other. It's clear that the pine cone was dipped into a bucket and used to sprinkle a substance, sometimes blood, as in this depiction of Tammuz, a winged Babylonian deity associated with regeneration. The pine cone in the bucket depiction was not just reserved to deities, super beings, genii, which are like gargoyles, and that they ward off evil spirits with people, as well as buildings, are also depicted holding pine cones in Mesopotamian art. Why would, again, the Catholics use the pine cone? Because they're worshiping their goddess. Jeremiah 10:2-5. Thus says the Lord, learn not the way of the nations, nor be dismayed at the signs of the heavens, because the nations are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vanity. A tree from the forest is cut down and worked with an axe by the hands of a craftsman. They decorate it with silver and gold. They fasten it with hammer and nails so that it cannot move. Their idols are like scarecrows in a cucumber field, and they cannot speak. They have to be carried, for they cannot walk. Do not be afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither is it in them to do good. Now I want you to have a look at this. It was quite an interesting thought that Glenn had, and he brought it up. Look at all this stuff. Why weren't the lasers able to, burn the color blue? Now, I find that rather interesting because, like he said, think about Mary. What is she always covered in? Blue. So if you think about the bigger picture, when they burnt everything with lasers and these statues of so-called Mary don't burn, what do you think the Catholics will do? They will accredit it as a miracle. And then you will clearly see that they hold their goddess up on the high and not our great King Jesus. Clearly you can see these are the same as Tammuz and his mother. Anyways, let me know what you think. Our King Jesus didn't bring us this far to abandon us now. You were called, you were chosen. You were knit together in your mother's wombs, fearfully and wonderfully made. We are called to serve. King Jesus bless you all.